Hi everyone, it's Rose. Happy Trans Awareness Week. Today I wanted to talk about HRT. On the day before Christmas Eve, I'll officially have been on estrogen for 4.5 years, so that's super exciting. I'm a day late on my shot today, but I wanted to do my shot on camera and just kind of talk about where I'm at. I always keep all of my things that I need for my shot in this little purple bag. It's just like super convenient, and that way I know I have everything that I need. So I always start by sanitizing my hands. It's important to be sanitized, so gotta do that. Right, so I always just do it in my underwear, and then I always do it on my thigh. So my doctor told me to do on the like middle third of the thigh, kind of on the outer third, so kind of in this little area. I alternate thighs each week, so I do my shot every Wednesday, if I remember, and so I'll rotate from my left to my right and then back and forth. I always like to sanitize the site just to make sure that there are no germs and that the entry site will be all good to go. It was a bit of a challenge to find injectable estrogen when I moved to Portland. I had to call 12 different places in order to find it, but I do have it. There's just like a shortage nationally on injectable estrogen, unfortunately. That has been really difficult to deal with. In the last like 2.5 years, I think, is when I started injections. I can't stress enough that like everyone's dosage is unique and catered to yourself. I highly recommend having your levels tested by a doctor. That way you know that you're safe. I was told by my doctor to use the larger needle to get the medicine into the syringe and then use a second needle to inject. I've noticed that not everyone does this. So I've seen quite a few videos of trans people injecting and not everyone does it. And I think it's weird that I'm one of the few people I've seen that do that, but I feel like it's more sanitary, maybe not. I just do what my doctor told me to do forever ago and just keep on doing it. So I always pinch the site and then I stretch it. I was told by my doctor that you don't need to pinch it and then insert it on the thigh, that I should stretch it out. And I always kind of like look because I have two veins going down right here. Luckily my veins are pretty visible, so I kind of just go like around those. So I'm gonna go right here. I always take a big breath in right before, and then I breathe out when I'm injecting in. This needle is longer than I'm used to. I'm used to 1 inch, but this one's 1.5 inches, so I don't put it all the way in. I am so thankful for the access to HRT because I know that not everyone can afford it, not everyone has insurance that will approve it, and not everyone has like doctors that are understanding and willing to prescribe medicine to them. I always go really fast when I take it out because it's just, sometimes it gives me anxiety. It doesn't always like feel super comfortable. So just to make it easier, I just take it out really fast and then I'm good to go. One thing that I've been doing more recently that's like my favorite thing to do afterward is I always choose like really cute Band-Aids. So right now I have some Super Mario Band-Aids. What one do I want to choose? I'm gonna do the Bullet Bill Band-Aids. They're super cute. It's so weird. Sometimes I bleed a ton, sometimes I don't bleed at all, but usually I just bleed like one tiny little drop. So after I have my Band-Aid on, I always massage the area. That way my muscle can absorb some of the estrogen a little bit better, and then my body will absorb it all within the next week. Always be sure to dispose of your needle safely. I always keep all of my pill bottles from my spironolactone. That helps prevent my testosterone. And then once these fill up, then I return them to a safe designated spot. So since I started hormones 4.5 years ago, a lot has changed. I feel like my skin has softened so much. I feel like I constantly get complimented on how soft like my hands and my skin is. Part of that is from moisturizing every single day because that's important to do. But also, like, I noticed a significant difference in how clear and smooth my skin looks as compared to before transitioning. I feel like the true fountain of youth for humanity is HRT because I feel like trans men and trans women, like, who are on hormones, I feel like we often look so much younger than our cisgender counterparts. I feel like my hair has also significantly thinned since starting hormones, and I kind of talk about that in my previous video more. Beyond that, I've noticed significant changes in my body weight. My hips and thighs have definitely gained much more mass. I've also definitely developed some breast tissue. Not as much as I would have liked, but not every cisgender woman has large breasts either. So, you know, I'm happy to have the amount that I do because it's significantly more than I did beforehand. I feel like I'm definitely a little bit more emotional than I was before, but I've kind of always been a sensitive person. I've always been really easy to cry at things. But now I feel like things have kind of leveled out. I'm definitely not super moody or like have like wild mood swings like I used to. And I don't have like hot flashes or anything like that like I used to also. But I definitely noticed a significant change in my emotions when I forget to do my shot, because if I forget, then like however many days I forget for it, those couple of days, that's been longer than a week since I've injected, I definitely noticed that I'm more emotional and more likely to like overreact to things. Overall, I'm really, really happy that I started HRT when I did. I kind of had this thought in my mind that testosterone was like poisoning me and I didn't want to get any older, or like I didn't want my body to like further masculinize past the point of no return, I guess. I understand that not every trans person can transition and not every trans person wants to, and that's totally valid. I feel like each of our journeys are unique. This was just an important step that I wanted to take, and I wouldn't change it if I could go back. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely feel free to follow me for more. I'm gonna pull my pants back up and I'm gonna talk to you all later.